Scania K Mira, and Scania Red Pearl. Engineers from Sweden were responsible for developing this vehicle. Because of the 1,460 horsepower the Scania V8 engine provides, the one-of-a-kind truck can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in fewer than 5 seconds. The appearance of the truck is quite reminiscent of the future. The inventors of these truck systems claim that they were developed to accommodate the incorporation of a variety of hybrid technologies. The vehicle's weight, which comes in at 10,538 pounds, can be attributed to the usage of high-quality materials throughout the building process. Scania inspired the design of this bright red truck that looks like a massive version of a Hot Wheels model. Its most notable characteristic is the twin turbocharged engine, which can produce approximately 1,000 horsepower. Nevertheless, there is a cost associated with reaching such a performance level. The power plant weighs 1.3 tons and features an injection system with 64 valves. The maximum speed the truck can reach is 130 kilometers per hour, and it can accelerate to 60 kilometers per hour in approximately 5 seconds. The overall design received much careful consideration. About 2.5 years were spent finishing, styling, and performing other related tasks. The solution to the question of what the number on the door signifies is that today is the birthday of tuning legend Sven Erik Bergdahl. K034. Those who get a kick out of speeding over the water in a motorboat will adore this customized vehicle. Following all of the enhancements, the engine has a capacity of 677.4 cubic inches and operates on gasoline derived from alcohol. However, due to the extreme volume, you should probably wear ear protection. The creator of this video reveals that he and his father are the ones who constructed the boat, and judging by the quality of his work, it is clear that he has much experience. The boat's tuning and testing went off without a hitch. After then, is there still any fish to be caught at this location? We don't know, but the people who watched the video were thrilled, and several wished to put this engine on various objects, including a lawnmower. Dragsters. Now we'll move on to sports and the records displayed on your screens. You're witnessing a drag race, which typically lasts for a distance of a 1/4 mile. The speeds here are excessive. Automobiles are capable of reaching speeds of up to 249 miles per hour. Sammy Miller is the runner who currently holds the record for this particular competition. In a total of 3.22 seconds, he completed the 1/4 mile. The accomplishment was documented on camera, but the record wasn't locked down for some reason. Hence, a different record of 3.58 seconds set by Sammy Miller is used as a reference instead. The consistency of performance over a season is the most important quality of dragsters. Even if they run fewer than 100 kilometers, they face enormous burdens during the race. Because of this, a great deal is dependent not only on the motorist but also on the auto mechanics. Thor. The successful entrepreneur Mike Hara had to put in 7 years of labor and $7 million to construct this vehicle. Although Hara is widely recognized as a top expert in managing restaurants, shopping malls, industrial parks, and other similar establishments, his true passion has always been the development of machines of this kind and racing. The pickup truck, which gets its name from the Norse god of thunder, is driven by a V24 engine that produces 3,974 horsepower and can attain its maximum speed of approximately 210 kilometers per hour. The length of the vehicle is 44 feet. Because there is such a large blind area, driving might be difficult. Therefore, unique cameras have been put to improve sight. However, the vehicle astonishes everyone who sees it and is unique compared to anything else you have ever seen. Eda Automotive, Hemi Healy. The experts at an American company specializing in automotive restoration and recycling did an excellent job restoring this classic vehicle, which was manufactured in 1956. This vehicle has a storied past. It has participated in various events, and with the assistance of the Chrysler Hemi engine, it has achieved remarkable levels of accomplishment. The restoration took a few months, and a few components, such as the intake, had to be rebuilt entirely. The fact that these tires were built expressively for drag racing explains the size of the rear wheels used on the vehicle. The roar of the engine and other factors indicate that the antique car can still demonstrate to young people what actual speed feels like. The Blastolene Special. The outcome of putting a tank engine in a car, along with a bit of magic, is what you see on your screen. The vehicle has a Continental engine, often used in armored vehicles and formerly powered by an M47 patent tank. The car has a curb weight of 9,480 pounds and is driven by this engine. The importance of the machine by itself is comparable to that of a Volkswagen Beetle, and following all of the enhancements, it now has approximately 1,200 horsepower. Due to the length of the vehicle, which is 252 inches, the owner needs to plan to park. Famous comedian and auto collector Jay Leno has recently taken ownership of the one-of-a-kind vehicle. You are free to test drive the car in the virtual racing game Gran Turismo 4, just as it appears in the game. Accidentally coming upon it, the developers were left so amazed that they decided to include it in the game. (1932) Ford Coupe, powered by V12 twin-six GMC 702. The year 1932 was the year that production began on this hot rod, but thanks to considerable restoration work, it is now in a condition where it might be featured in a film about auto racing. The vehicle is powered by a gasoline engine with a displacement of 702 cubic inches and a maximum output of around 300 horsepower. The machine is unique in its design. At first, it may appear to be nothing more than two V6 engines stacked one after the other, but in reality, it is a V12 engine with a single crankshaft and camshaft for all 12 cylinders. To cool it adequately, you will need two radiators. According to the engineers, these are among the largest components they've ever been tasked with designing. To withstand the weight of the coolant, they had to construct an additional reinforcement. Would you be interested in going for a drive in this car? Chuck Beck's V12 motorcycle. Chuck Beck is a legendary figure among people who are passionate about old cars in the United States. And here is one of the custom motorcycles he constructed. The unique silhouette results from the equally unusual engine, which is a V12 from a Lamborghini. The maximum speed that may be reached on the bike is 225 kilometers per hour. The designer was forced to use a Volkswagen Type 3 to provide a decent ride. Beck is overjoyed with how the design turned out, which was customized to her specifications. Each element works perfectly with the whole to produce a result that satisfies the person who made it and those in its immediate vicinity. Once you get it moving, it rides and handles pretty much the same as any other motorcycle. And that wraps up Beck. I hope this engineer has success in all of his upcoming endeavors. Volvo BM 470 Bison V12. Motorcycles, yachts, sports vehicles, nonsense. This is the actual equipment that the actual men use. This tractor has a V12 engine capable of producing over 800 horsepower and is fitted with all-wheel drive. It's the same engine that's in the T4 and T55 tanks. The tractor's length has increased due to its powerful engine, yet it retains all of its capabilities despite having been designed in Sweden. This vehicle is not at all good for the environment, but it will come in handy if you need to pull several automobiles out of a ditch simultaneously. It has a top speed of 99.4 miles per hour when the throttle is fully engaged. Chevrolet C10 Pro Street. The Rhino C10. This truck is a fantastic illustration of how even a vehicle from another era may surprise us today. It wasn't until 1960 that this pickup truck saw its first production run, but after a few years of refinement, the vehicle's original look is now little more than a distant memory. The vehicle astonishes us with the tremendous sound of its engine, as well as with its sophisticated appearance. Despite this, decreased ground clearance has not compromised the vehicle's previous off-road capabilities. In the morning hours, driving through city streets will provide entertainment for both the driver and passers-by. Interestingly, the word Rhino in the name refers to the car's design differently. Both are due to the horn mounted on the hood, the choice of color, and the low body posture. VW Beetle W670-9a radial engine. The history of the Volkswagen Beetle can be traced back to the 1930s when German designer Ferdinand Porsche decided to challenge himself by attempting to create an automobile that was both straightforward and inexpensive. Today, his work is still being carried out thanks to updated versions such as this one. The bug that is shown in the video appears to have been taken straight from the production of the next Mad Max sequel. It is powered by a 220 horsepower Continental engine that was taken from a 1941 M2 tank and installed in this vehicle. The car's engine was altered to run on propane fuel to save money. Additionally, a counterweight was required to keep the vehicle stable while it was being tested. The master straightforwardly fixed the problem. He poured around 150 pounds of cement into the front of the vehicle. BMW Brutus. You are looking at a monster car propelled by nothing less than a V12 jet engine, capable of delivering up to 750 horsepower. The vehicle has a speed range of over 62 miles per hour and consumes fuel at a rate of 0.3 gallons per every 0.6 miles driven. The length of the engine is around 6 feet and it weighs approximately 1,124 pounds. 1908 marked the year when it was put into operation in France. The automobile engineers believed that the body of the vehicle was robust enough, and they were correct. The BMW Brutus is now considered an important historical artifact and can be found in Germany. It occasionally provides attendees at various exhibitions with a delightful experience. A designated person is always equipped with a fire extinguisher just in case. The flames shooting out of the engine have a good chance of starting a fire on the lawn. Bluebird K7. Which do you think it is more likely to be, a ship or an airplane? Pause the video and have a stab at it. The secret is out if you place your bets, so stop wondering about it. It's a hydroplane powered by jet engines. The model was able to achieve speeds greater than 276 miles per hour and contributed to the establishment of multiple world records for momentum over water. Midway through the 1960s, the Bluebird K7 began its professional life, and until the end of the decade, it was the only model of its kind that was successfully implemented. The Avro 683 Lancaster heavy bomber engine was the most crucial component of this one-of-a-kind vehicle. Despite everyone's best efforts, the hydroplane lost control and crashed in 1967 when it attempted to break another record. Donald Campbell, the ship's pilot, was never found dead, and his body was never retrieved. The pieces of the discovered hydroplane were shipped off to be restored. Bentley-Packard Mavis. Chris Williams, an engineer from the United Kingdom, conceived and designed this superb vehicle. The centerpiece of this work of art is a 2,600 cubic inch airplane engine capable of producing 1,500 horsepower. The automobile is in perfect working order. However, while being driven, it emits massive clouds of smoke and flames, much like an angry dragon. The author claims that the process of making this car was the single most inefficient use of his time, money, and engineering skills during his life. The chassis is based on a 1930 Bentley, and despite having 24 exhaust outlets, it seems surprisingly sleek and integrated. The final weight of the automobile is 5,291 pounds. The model is kept in a museum often, but occasionally makes appearances at other events. Volvo PV544 D12A, a second automobile that utilizes a tank engine. Why don't you have a look at this? The 520 horsepower that Volvo is capable of creating. The author of the project states that he purchased that D12A tank engine from a website specializing in classified ads for $1,867. However, because of the purchase, we had to put the project on hold for the time being. There was not an appropriate car. In the end, he decided to buy a Volvo PV544, a classic car manufactured between 1974 and 1975. The two separate purchases had to be combined, which was laborious. For instance, the engineer had to make the planetary reduction gearbox himself function correctly. As you can see in the video, the work on the project is not yet complete, but the test drives have been successful thus far. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons.